If you are spending money on chemical bug sprays, toxic candles, and expensive mosquito repellent products that smell terrible and leave a greasy film on your skin, the 10 plants that repel mosquitoes naturally are about to save you money, protect your health, and transform your outdoor space into a mosquito-free zone without a single synthetic chemical in sight. Here is something mosquito repellent companies do not want you to know. Nature already solved the mosquito problem thousands of years before the first bottle of DEET was ever manufactured. Ancient civilizations across Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and the Americas figured out through generations of careful observation that certain plants produce natural aromatic compounds so powerfully offensive to mosquitoes that simply growing them in your outdoor space creates a natural invisible barrier that keeps those blood-sucking insects away. And modern entomological research has confirmed exactly which plants work, exactly why they work, and exactly how to use them most effectively. Today I am giving you 10 plants that repel mosquitoes naturally. Plants you can grow in pots, in garden beds, on balconies, and on patios that will protect your family from mosquitoes without exposing them to the toxic chemical cocktails found in most commercial repellent products. Stick around because number 4 on this list is a beautiful flowering plant that research has shown repels mosquitoes more effectively than certain concentrations of DEET, the most widely used synthetic mosquito repellent chemical in the world. Your garden is about to become your most powerful mosquito defense system. Let's get into it. Number 10. Basil. Here is a plant that most people grow exclusively for cooking without ever realizing it is simultaneously working as a natural mosquito repellent in their garden. Basil is one of the very few plants that releases its repellent aromatic compounds continuously into the surrounding air without needing to be crushed or rubbed, making it one of the most effortlessly effective mosquito-repelling plants you can grow. Research published in the journal Parasitology Research documented that basil essential oil demonstrated significant mosquito-repelling properties and also showed toxic effects against mosquito larvae, meaning basil does not just repel adult mosquitoes but actively disrupts their reproductive cycle simultaneously. Plant it near doorways, on kitchen windowsills, and on outdoor dining tables for maximum protection where you need it most. Number 9. Lavender. Here is a plant that fills your garden with one of the most beautiful fragrances in all of horticulture, while simultaneously creating a mosquito-free zone that those insects will actively avoid. Humans love the smell of lavender. Mosquitoes absolutely cannot stand it. Lavender contains high concentrations of linalool and linalool acetate, aromatic compounds that research has documented demonstrate significant insect-repelling properties. Studies have shown that lavender oil is effective at repelling mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and moths, simultaneously making it one of the most broadly effective natural insect repellent plants available to home gardeners anywhere in the world. Planted along garden borders, near outdoor seating areas, and in pots by doorways and windows. It thrives in full sun, requires minimal watering once established, and rewards you with stunning purple flowers that repel mosquitoes while attracting the beneficial pollinators your garden actually wants. Number 8. Rosemary. Here is a plant that most people have in their herb garden purely for cooking that doubles as one of the most effective natural mosquito repellents available to home gardeners. Rosemary has been used across ancient Mediterranean civilizations for centuries both as a culinary herb and as a natural insect deterrent, with ancient Roman and Greek households burning rosemary specifically to keep insects away from their living spaces. Modern research has confirmed exactly why that ancient practice worked so effectively. Rosemary contains high concentrations of camphor and 1,8-cineol, aromatic compounds that studies have documented demonstrate significant mosquito-repelling properties. Research has shown that rosemary smoke produced by burning its woody stems is particularly effective at repelling mosquitoes in outdoor spaces, making it a perfect addition to outdoor fire pits and barbecues. Planted in full sun in well-draining soil near outdoor seating areas and doorways. It thrives in containers, requires minimal maintenance once established, and gives you fresh rosemary for cooking while quietly keeping mosquitoes out of your outdoor space simultaneously. Number 7. Catnip. Here is a plant that is about to completely surprise you. Because while most people associate catnip exclusively with sending their cats into a state of absolute delirium, modern entomological research has discovered that this common and incredibly easy to grow plant is one of the most powerful natural mosquito repellents ever scientifically tested. And the research finding behind catnip is extraordinary enough to have made international headlines when it was first published. A study conducted by researchers at Iowa State University found that nepentolactone, the primary active compound in catnip, repels mosquitoes approximately 10 times more effectively than DEET, the most widely used synthetic mosquito repellent chemical in the world. 10 times more effective. That finding was significant enough to be reported by mainstream scientific publications around the world and to prompt serious ongoing research into catnip-derived compounds as natural alternatives to synthetic repellents. It grows aggressively, requires almost zero maintenance, and keeps mosquitoes away with a potency that no other plant on this list can match. Number 6. Lemon balm. Here is a plant that most people have never heard of but that experienced gardeners consistently rank as one of the most underrated and most effective natural mosquito repellent plants available to home growers anywhere in the world. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family that produces a powerful citrusy aroma from high concentrations of citronella and citral, the same aromatic compounds responsible for the repellent properties of Citronella, the most commercially recognized natural mosquito repellent in the world. Research has documented that lemon balm demonstrates significant mosquito-repelling properties with studies showing that its crushed leaves applied to skin provide meaningful protection against mosquito bites comparable to certain commercial natural repellent products. One important practical note for gardeners. Lemon balm spreads aggressively just like most mint family plants. Growing it in containers rather than directly in garden beds gives you all of its extraordinary mosquito-repelling benefits while keeping its enthusiastic spreading habit completely under control. Number 5. Citronella grass. Here is a plant that most people have heard of exclusively through citronella candles without ever realizing that the actual living plant is dramatically more effective at repelling mosquitoes than any candle ever manufactured from its extracts. Citronella grass is the original source of citronella oil, the most widely recognized and most extensively researched natural mosquito repellent compound in the world. While citronella candles dilute and burn off the active repellent compounds in small quantities over a limited area, the living citronella grass plant continuously produces and releases those same compounds into the surrounding air, creating a persistent natural repellent barrier that candles simply cannot replicate. Research has consistently documented that citronella oil demonstrates significant mosquito-repelling properties with studies showing effective protection against multiple mosquito species including Aedes aegypti, the primary carrier of dengue fever, yellow fever, and Zika virus. Plant it in large containers in your sunniest outdoor space and place it strategically around seating areas for maximum protection. One large citronella grass plant delivers more repellent power than a dozen citronella candles combined. Number 4. Marigolds. Remember in the intro when I told you to stick around for number 4? The beautiful flowering plant that research has shown repels mosquitoes more effectively than certain concentrations of DEET. This is it. Marigolds are one of the most widely grown flowering plants in the world. Most people plant them purely for their stunning orange and yellow blooms without ever realizing that those cheerful flowers are simultaneously functioning as one of the most effective natural insect repellent systems in the entire plant kingdom. Marigolds contain a compound called pyrethrum, a natural insecticidal substance so powerful that it has been extracted and used as the active ingredient in numerous commercial insect repellent and pesticide products worldwide. Research has documented that marigold pyrethrum demonstrates significant repelling properties against mosquitoes, aphids, whiteflies, and a broad range of other garden insects, simultaneously making marigolds one of the most broadly effective natural pest control plants available to any home gardener. A study examining the repellent effectiveness of marigold compounds found that certain concentrations of marigold extract outperformed equivalent concentrations of DEET in repelling specific mosquito species in controlled research settings. That finding placed marigolds in serious scientific conversation about natural alternatives to synthetic chemical repellents. Plant them generously around the borders of your outdoor seating areas, along garden pathways, and in containers on your patio and balcony. Beautiful enough to win garden awards. Powerful enough to outperform synthetic chemicals. Number 3. Peppermint. Here is a plant that mosquitoes find absolutely unbearable. And the reason comes down to the same compound that gives peppermint its characteristically intense cooling sensation. Menthol. The primary active compound in peppermint that humans find refreshing and invigorating is the same compound that mosquitoes find so overwhelmingly offensive that they will actively avoid any area where peppermint is growing. Research has documented that peppermint oil demonstrates significant mosquito-repelling properties with studies showing effective protection against multiple mosquito species. A study published in the journal Malaria found that peppermint oil provided complete protection against certain mosquito species for up to 2.5 hours when applied to skin, a finding comparable to certain commercial repellent products. Research has also documented that peppermint demonstrates larvicidal properties, meaning it actively kills mosquito larvae in standing water, disrupting the mosquito reproductive cycle before adult mosquitoes ever emerge. Planted in containers near doorways, windows, and outdoor seating areas. Crush a few leaves occasionally to release an extra burst of its powerful repellent aroma into the surrounding air. And as a bonus, you have fresh peppermint for tea, cooking, and natural home remedies growing right outside your door simultaneously. Number 2. Lemongrass. Here is a plant that is essentially a supercharged natural mosquito repellent factory growing right in your garden. Lemongrass is the plant from which citronella oil is primarily extracted commercially. But what most people do not realize is that the living lemongrass plant contains significantly higher concentrations of those repellent compounds than any processed citronella product ever manufactured from it. Lemongrass contains extraordinarily high concentrations of citronellal, geraniol, and citronellol, aromatic compounds that research has consistently documented as among the most effective natural mosquito repellent substances ever identified in the plant kingdom. Studies have shown that these compounds interfere directly with the olfactory receptors that mosquitoes use to locate human targets, essentially scrambling their ability to find and bite you. Research published in peer-reviewed entomological journals has documented that lemongrass oil provides significant protection against multiple mosquito species, including those responsible for carrying malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus in tropical and subtropical regions worldwide. Lemongrass grows vigorously in full sun, thrives in large containers, and can reach impressive sizes that maximize its repellent output. Place large containers of lemongrass strategically around your outdoor seating areas, and you are essentially surrounding yourself with the same active ingredients found in the most popular natural mosquito repellent products on the market, but in their most potent and continuous living form. Number 1. Geranium. We saved the most surprising entry on this entire list for last. Because while every other plant on this list has some level of mainstream recognition as a mosquito repellent, the scented geranium, specifically the Pelargonium citrosum variety, is the single most effective, most beautiful, most versatile, and most underrated natural mosquito repellent plant available to home gardeners anywhere in the world. And most people have never even heard of it in this context. Scented geraniums produce extraordinarily high concentrations of citronellol and geraniol, the same primary repellent compounds found in citronella grass and lemongrass, but in a plant that is dramatically more compact, more ornamental, more adaptable to container growing, and more suitable for a wider range of climates than either of those plants. Research has documented that geraniol, the primary active compound in scented geraniums, demonstrates significant mosquito-repelling properties, with studies showing effective protection against multiple mosquito species in controlled research settings. A study published in the Journal of the American Mosquito Control Association found that geraniol-based repellents provided significant protection against mosquito bites comparable to certain commercial repellent products. But here is what makes scented geraniums truly extraordinary as a mosquito repellent plant compared to everything else on this list. They are among the most beautiful container plants in existence. Their deeply textured aromatic leaves come in an extraordinary range of scents, including lemon, rose, lime, and mint. Their delicate flowers add stunning visual color to any outdoor space. They thrive in containers of all sizes, making them perfect for balconies, patios, windowsills, and small gardens. They are drought-tolerant, low-maintenance, and incredibly easy to grow even for complete beginners.